Welcome back to Off Topic. We've been gone for I think MySpace says 7 months since our last post. Since September.
In school.
Erin was in school and it was a lot of pressure, but it paid off. Our absence paid off because Erin got A's in her master's classes.
I did.
Now she has to do her field work, which she's never ever going to do, so it's pretty much over now. So don't worry about it. We shouldn't be gone for
It's
much
pretty much
longer.
paid $20,000 to do nothing.
That's okay, because she gets paid, twice that to do nothing. So,
As
it works
social
out.
workers, they get paid a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So, wow. I've been yelling at Erin for months. When are we going to do the show? When are we going to do the show?
This one grosses me out. I'm just going to say that right away.
Yeah, we picked, today's topic is fetishes, and when we decided to do fetishes, we thought it would be a lot of fun and just talk about freaky people and leather and latex and things like that, but...
a little slapping around or something. That's all right. That's what I thought it was until I looked on the World Wide Web.
Yeah, and the interwebs, they're a scary, scary place.
I'm never, I don't have kids, but when I have kids, I'm never letting them go on the internet.
No.
Not after what I looked at last night.
Yeah, I was sick to my
sick
stomach.
fucks out there. That's all I gotta say.
It's
okay.
kind of scary. So, so we're going to talk about fetishes today, and I used to think that I was a foot fetishist, but I'm not.
I gotta cut in here for a minute. And if any of my family is watching this, you understand, dude, I hate feet. Like, more than anything, I hate feet.
Here's my dog.
Don't mind the German Shepherd.
Hi, Dasha.
Feet are disgusting. Like, I don't even like my own feet. Baby feet, that's about as far as I can go with feet.
Feet are sexy.
Oh my god, there's nothing, not a thing sexy about a foot. That's all I have to say, so if anything else on feet, that's on her. Because,
I don't know, there's something about, like, really cute toes and a nice high arch. Do you know that's why I got with TJ in the first place? She has some sexy feet.
TJ, I'm not ripping on your feet. I just
they're
don't
not
like
sexy
feet.
anymore. I mean, they kind of are.
Don't say that. She's gonna. You have very sexy feet, to
How do you know how sexy my wife's feet are?
Well, I don't know, but I just know you shouldn't say they're not. Because trust me.
Well, they're a
Nick
lot.
knows.
Actually, they are back to being sexy because they had some. Okay,
no, we can't talk about feet.
Oh, so have I found your cum?
Yeah, dude. That's good. Sherry, come discuss Sherry, and I don't know. I don't think it's really that bad. Man cum. And I think it's fine. Like, it's,
okay. Look, we're gonna drop it right now.
Okay. Then we're not talking about feet anymore.
No, we won't talk about feet anymore.
Okay.
They're sexy.
Yeah.
Patty, I miss you.
I love cum. I love it. I love drinking it. Okay, go ahead.
Jesus. Okay.
I don't really, but.
So, let's just jump on into this, and then.
Well, let's start with the
You want me to
start
give
with
the
light
definition?
ones. No, because they make me sick.
No. What the definition of a
Oh,
fetish is?
yeah.
Because I didn't know this. I thought that a fetish was just something that like my thing for feet. Like, I think they're attractive.
Okay, can I just say that when I read this on here, the first thing you had, the religious thing, I didn't know. My grandma collects fetishes.
See,
sounds so bad, dude.
Her grandma does all kinds of stuff.
It's the grandma up north, Grandma B, and she.
Is that the one that does the can?
No, that's Grandma Marion. She very different grandmas. Both drink, but very different grandmas. So, my grandma up north, they're like little carved. It's a Native American thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the booty fetish, not just booty, but sex fetishes.
Yeah, sexual fetishes. And I didn't know that. And when I Googled it, it kept saying like church and Native American stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, that's kind of freaky. I don't want to go
cultural
there.
stuff.
Okay,
so we're not ripping on the Native Americans or anything. This is just like sex crap.
And I actually wrote that. I clipped that.
I saw that when I read your disgusting email.
15 pages of filth. Dude. I'm telling you.
And I tried. Just do me a favor. Go out and Google fetish or sex fetishes.
Sexual fetish. Yeah.
Google sex. Don't hit images though, because that's too much right away.
That was what pushed me over the edge.
Yep. And some of them, you go and you're like, you can tell these look shady, but. Man, I could only...
Go to YouTube and type in sexual fetishes. I saw some interesting... We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, okay?
To it.
Okay, so the original meaning of fetish belongs in the lexicon of the church and is usually ascribed to the potency of religious icons believed to deliver healing and atonement. Which we're not going to talk about any of those things. A sexual fetish is defined as a fixation on an inanimate object or body part that is not primarily sexual in nature, like feet. and the compulsive need for its use in order to obtain sexual gratification, which is what I was trying to describe to Jessica. There's a woman that we work with, and she gave us permission to talk about.
First of all, I love Jessica. She looks like she's like 15. And I just found out she's only a year younger than me. But anyways, that's beside the point. She's like teeny tiny. Like I don't
think you should describe her all that much, because she still may want to have some kind of privacy.
Okay, well she's this little cute little girl that looks like maybe she grew up in the suburbs and never thought of fetishes ever in her life.
And she comes up to me, she goes, I have
wow,
a fetish.
She proved us wrong.
She goes, I have a fetish I want you to talk about on the show. Oh, she started watching the last episode. She got as far as the little slideshow of pubic hair design. So she hasn't been able to witness your pain yet.
Oh, good.
Okay, so she has a fetish for, she says she has a fetish for well-dressed men. Like men in nice, expensive
and you know what?
suits.
I gotta agree. I'm not a fetish, but man, that is nice.
So
they just look like sex. Go ahead.
So I explained to her, a fetish is something, you need to have in order to in order to become aroused or to achieve orgasm.
You can't have an orgasm without it.
Right?
Right?
Well, kinda, yeah. Yeah, it's and the compulsive need for its use in order to obtain sexual gratification. Okay. So and she looks at me and she goes, yeah, I have a fetish for that.
Yeah, she pretty much needs that.
Yeah.
And she said for a while she was stuck on lawyers. It won't show up, but I just wanted to say
that one's not too bad.
Never mind. Don't cut that out.
We'll talk about
I don't want anybody to know that I'm a nerd that likes Twilight.
Oh, we're going to talk about it later. Okay. So, so I explained to her that that's not what a fetish isn't just an attraction, and she's like, oh, no. That's what
Apparently
I need. I need to have that. So, and then Erin went on to describe her fetish for big fat man ass crack.
No, that's not what happened. It made me think
enough,
when I was younger, I always thought I was going to end up with it. And honey, I love you. This isn't a diss against you. I always thought I would end up...
Maybe we shouldn't talk about this part.
No,
are you sure? All right.
I thought I'd end up with a guy, a business type guy.
You really thought that?
Yes.
For you?
I know, and my mom said the same thing when I told her that. Because I've like married my father. Like I never.
I'm surprised you didn't end up with some meth head. I mean,
Because I was trying to save him. Yeah, I'm kind of over that. Fuck that. I ain't doing that no more. I did that with 2 of them, and they were just both big disappointments. So, anyways.
So we did more research than I actually wanted to, and we're going to go through some of these, not all of them, because, here's the one that I think grossed me out the most. Without a doubt, I think this is it. And I'm probably going to say it incorrectly.
This one this one didn't gross me out the most. Go.
Emetophilia. Becoming sexually aroused by vomit.
Okay, that ain't anywhere near as bad.
No, wait.
Okay.
And then I had another site that discussed that here it is. The act of throwing up, especially on a sexual partner, is their biggest turn on. Also called a Roman shower after the induced vomiting that was supposed to be a staple of the debauched Roman feasts. The Exorcist is probably right on top of their must-have DVD list. That's funny.
Okay, I want to look the other one.
Like people, not only getting off on I read on one
I'm
site.
just gonna make this face.
Where that's my oh my god, you're talking about man cum face.
Yeah. My feet
where they were
face.
vomiting on each other and like eating it.
To lead into that, one of my friends from high school, who I won't mention her because it would embarrass her. She's like goody two shoes, Catholic. I'm not a Catholic diehard. She thinks she is, but she's really a freak. But anyways, so she sends me this from her corporate bank job. Sends me this thing and says, go online, put in 2 girls in 1 cup. Put it into Google, right? So I do it. I think it's going to be some cute little kitties or something instead of a little cup. Like, it's going to be really cute. No, dude. Do it. Go to Google and put it in.
What is it? 2 girls in a cup?
2 girls in 1 cup.
In 1 cup.
One of the girls shits into a cup and the other one eats it. Now, that's seriously a fetish. People get off on people's crap. Coprophilia. This one's better known as scat. Not the rapid fire singing style, but the act of, well, deriving sexual gratification from crap. Tell these people to eat shit and they will. That's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life.
I would think that would be...
Well, first of all...
Wouldn't that be dangerous?
Okay, let me tell you, yeah, because when I went to an all-girls college, Catholic, which is hilarious, but anyways, one of the nuns proceeded to tell me in biology... This none of my biology class was getting a little senile. I was just starting to lose it. Like, she was teaching us about the pull-out method for birth control. We're like,
that still works,
in our 20s.
right?
Apparently, according to this Catholic nun, it
just
did.
Say no.
And we had our first test, and she was like, all right, now let's all bow our heads and pray before our test. And we're like, dude, hell no. But anyways,
you went to a Catholic school.
Yeah, but they're not allowed to pray there. There's other folks there that aren't Catholic.
It's a private school. They can do whatever the hell they want to.
They yelled at her. She got yelled at. She got pulled
really?
out. Anyways. So,
she got pulled out.
Which is hilarious because nuns work for free, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways. So sister, well, I won't say sister
Steve,
we'll call her that. She starts telling us, one of the girls is talking about how her little kid, had some special needs, whatever, and they had a birthday party with other special needs kids, and one of them was eating crap out of another kid's diaper. And these are little kids, special needs, bad, whatever. So she proceeds to tell us
like
that
a snack dish.
If it ever comes up, she had this voice like this. She was all so sweet and had her little habit on because I think she didn't have hair anymore. But she says to us, now just so you know, you never want to eat feces or urine because it's very toxic.
Well, it's your body's waste.
Dude, that is not why you don't want to eat feces or urine.
Well, no, but I mean, not the main reason. I mean,
I was like, this is a nun.
Maybe with one of those,
maybe she doesn't realize that there's those kind of fetishes. Something tells me nuns probably really aren't real up on the fetishes.
Did I ever tell you about the book I read? Lesbian Nuns
No,
Breaking
because
the
I had
Silence?
too many nuns that I liked in college. Don't tell me.
Do you know what kind of meat priests eat on Friday?
I don't want to know.
None.
Okay. It does go against human nature to not have sex, so it does.
What about to not eat shit?
Dude, nowhere in the nature does it say that you should eat your own crap.
This one I just want to talk
My
about
dog
because I
doesn't
thought...
even eat his own crap. He does eat his own vomit, though.
Who?
Ollie.
All dogs do that, and they eat their own shit, too.
No, not Ollie.
He eats your shit. Okay, so hold on, because this is one that I wanted to talk about, because I just thought it was very, very interesting. It's...
Oh, God, I can't even look at that one. I don't know why this grosses me out so much, but it does.
I don't know. Here, I'll just cover that one up. Hold on. There's some pictures that I'll put in here, too. That one was just for you. There's this one.
Just show that one. Okay, insert this. Sherry's going to insert this picture now. And I just want to say something. Wait. Coming from being a big girl myself, I just got to say, and this will come up in another story that we do. Probably our next one. Don't yell at Dasha. Probably the next one that we'll do is fashion emergencies. And I really don't want to do this one. I too, because Sherry has so much fodder for fashion emergencies.
My life is a fashion emergency.
If it wasn't for her wife, she should never be allowed to leave the house. Thank you, TJ, for picking out Sherry's clothes. Anyways, big women should never wear
horse masks.
I'm pretty sure nobody should ever wear horse masks.
Horse masks.
But let me just tell you, why do big women gotta squeeze into shit like that? Like,
there's a YouTube video that I watched. It was like 15 or 16 seconds of this of a larger woman. She wasn't huge, but she was a larger woman with a harness that just had her boobs hanging out, like straight out, and then she had on
and when you're
like some
big, your
underwear.
boobs probably don't
and
hang
she
nice.
had like the horse thing kind of in the little thing, and she was in a harness, and her man was in a carriage.
Oh, yeah, I guess at least. And people like that can get a man.
And she had bells around her stuff, and I swear that they were just like, it's called the Human Animal Role Play. It's on my it's number 4 on my 8 bizarre sexual fetishes from theirtoys.com. Hold on.
Can people leave comments on this thing?
On our show?
Yeah.
Yeah. On YouTube. Or send us an email at offtopic@c-spot.net. I'll put the little thingy on there.
Yeah, or leave a comment, however you have to do it. I just want to know if anybody could possibly explain to me why that is sexual.
No, hold on, I'm going to read this here. Okay, so human animal role play, also known as pony play, is
What is
defined
sexy
as
about a
such.
horse? Sorry, I just don't get it.
Well, I hear they're hung. But it appears that just large
Yeah, it's
women
not
are
they're
into it.
getting into the... It's not just large women. I see little women. And I've seen this before, like, in porno magazines.
You're disgusting.
Yeah,
okay,
well,
hold
like,
on.
who doesn't watch...
So let me read this.
Don't lie, you know you watch porn.
When we were in Okinawa, we saw some barnyard porn.
Yeah, that I can't handle.
It was free. We didn't, you go to a hotel in Okinawa.
She's a lesbian, she can't help it.
Okay, yeah, and I'll never look at a pig again the same way. Pigs have the biggest hip thrusting action.
Really?
It was disgusting.
That is disgusting.
And the woman, they had put a burlap
Well, he's doing
thing.
it to a woman?
He was doing it to a woman. I told you.
Dude, and they wonder, seriously, they're like, I'm afraid to let, if I ever have a kid, I'm afraid to even let him go outside the house. How do people
Yeah,
ever let their
little
kids
bubble.
even leave?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me read
There's
this.
people like this in the world.
This is the one I wouldn't be that afraid
Wow.
of. I mean, she just wants to whinny and, prance. Okay, so...
Whatever happened to, like, taking somebody out to dinner and lighting a candle? Like...
They do. She takes them out to dinner in a carriage.
Dude, what's wrong with, like, my little vibrator and some lube? I mean...
What's wrong with Flicka? Come on. Let me read this, damn it.
Sorry.
Okay. Human-animal roleplay is a type of erotic sexual roleplay where one of the participants takes on the role of an animal, usually a dog, cat, or horse, including the mannerisms and behaviors of that animal.
Okay, I can understand
Wait,
the cat.
the second participant takes the role of the rider, caretaker, trainer, or even breeding partner. Who's a big girl? Who's a good girl?
Dude, if you ever do that to me again, I'll kill you. So I can understand the cat thing, because, like, pussy, ooh, you're sexy, like, ooh, crawl around in your arm, whatever. Your
I'm sorry, what?
arms and legs, I could see that kind of, but what is the horse and the dog thing?
You ever been to Tijuana?
That sounds like a question could come up with a lot of bad things.
I was in the
You ever
Marines,
get hepatitis? You ever been to Tijuana?
You ever fuck a donkey?
Oh, go to Tijuana. They got everything in Tijuana. Apparently,
Did I tell you
you
about
could
the
dress up like
banana
a
show we
horse.
went to?
I don't want to
woman-
know. I don't ever want to have sex again, Nick. So if you're watching this, no.
All right, so let's talk about
Wow.
some more female muscle growth. That was kind of being turned on by
That's
really,
disgusting.
really buff women. That's not disgusting.
That is disgusting because I think men or women that look that buff are gross.
Oh no! Look at the.
Apparently, Sherry
Abassi-
doesn't like girls whose thighs don't touch. Go ahead.
I don't care for skinny women. That's my own personal preference.
I
find some. I just would never. I don't think I would want to be with.
see why
them
can't
sexually.
dudes be like that?
That's why I'm a lesbian. That's why the chicks love
Yeah.
me.
I so should have been a lesbian.
You should have been. They love you.
They do. I get hit on
Erin gets
way more
accosted
chicks.
constantly. Some woman, Erin is very liberal. I know that's a shock. Erin's very liberal,
Shocker.
and used to on her old car used to have a human rights campaign. Those little blue stickers
Equal
with
signs.
the yellow equal signs,
It was right next to my Mary is my homegirl sticker.
And so she's in. You tell this story.
I was at a gas station. I wasn't hurting nobody. I was minding my business, getting some cigarettes. And this chick comes up to me and...
See, smoking can be hazardous.
Yeah, it can be. Another reason to quit. And I don't know, like, it's never bothered me to get hit. I think it's kind of flattering to get hit on by...
And her husband loves it.
Yeah, well, yeah, because he's a freaking little porn, whatever. Anyways, my husband would love to see me with another woman. I think that'd be hot. So...
Come on, baby.
Right? But I gotta work with you. It's weird.
I told you, you're like the little
Yeah.
sister I never wanted.
Yeah. So anyways, this chick hits on me or asks me out, and I just, politely tell her it was real nice. Just, I'm sorry, I'm straight. I don't remember how I said it. I think I said it, I have a boyfriend or something. And she started flipping out on me.
Why you got that sticker
why you
on
got
your
that
car?
sticker and that false advertising? Started yelling at me. I was like, damn, God, man, lesbians can be mean.
That's the
Never
same
knew.
thing as saying, gosh, fat people aren't all jolly.
We're not. Trust me, dude.
Okay, so this is one I wanted to talk about. Objectophilia, object sexuality, because I thought this was funny,
Weird.
okay? Objectophilia is a sexual and oftentimes emotional attraction towards specific inanimate objects. It is an exceedingly rare form of fetish. So,
See, and I don't think that's that rare.
you ever fucked a car?
No, but...
Okay.
No. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're doing it, in this case, you're doing it only to get yourself off. You're not, like, doing it
Well, the
for
car
someone
doesn't
else.
really get off.
No, but I mean, you're not doing it to, like, get your man off or something.
No, it's not like humping a bumper. It's like
Oh.
fucking a car.
I've never fucked a car. I guess I can see. I mean, if it's like
there are some excellent examples of objectophilia fetishists in the news. For instance, Edward Smith, who claims to have had sex with more than 1,000 cars.
How do you have sex with a car? Oh. Hope it wasn't just running.
There's a. I'll put this in there, but it's a. There aren't a lot of. It says because of its rarity, the difficulty in portraying things like buildings or other objects sexually, there aren't really
I saw
any
in
good
one of Nick's
representations.
beauty magazines once a chick that was screwing the shifter.
Ew.
It was like squatted down on the shifter. Honey, it was in one of your nudie magazines.
Was she really, like, was it inserted?
Yeah, it was like inside of her, the shifter part.
You know what would be cool? When I was in, you know how sometimes people have like a cue ball or an 8-ball or something on there, you drill that out? You know what would be really cool if I ever get, well, I have a stick shift now, but if I didn't have a kid, I would.
God, if Micah sees this someday. Anyways, go ahead.
I would put a big big dildo.
Anytime your man or your woman ain't in the mood, be like, I'm going for a drive.
I got to. Just think of the hand job.
Somebody else?
You can practice. Tell Nick that's what you need. Do you have a stick shift?
No, but I'll tell you something.
Could you imagine just, you're at a stoplight, somebody looks over, and you're like.
I'm not allowed to give my husband hand jobs or blow jobs in the car anymore.
I don't know that I want to hear
Because
this
no,
story.
it's nothing gross. He just can't.
Why would you give him like while he's driving?
Oh God, everybody does that, Cheri. Everybody does that.
I can't talk about any of my
Roadhead. It's roadhead. So I'm just gonna put it out there.
While he's driving.
Yes.
No wonder you've been in so many freaking accidents.
I'm not driving. But so anyways, he didn't do so well with the driving. So we don't do that anymore because he didn't hit anything, but he almost did. So now if that happens, he has to pull over.
Does everybody? Can you comment and let
Yes,
me know
I
if
can
you're
just tell you
if
everybody
you're in a
does,
straight
but go ahead.
relationship or a gay male relationship? Do you do?
Yes, sure, everybody does that. Roadhead.
Wow. Okay, so so this is what
You never done it? Like just go reach over there while you guys are driving. Your wife's like Captain Safety. Never mind. Now she's gonna want to do it.
We've done lots of things that I don't talk about on camera.
Evidently, never in a moving vehicle.
So anyway, okay. So
Cars are just my preference.
cars are just fine. I'm not sick, and I don't want to hurt
I mean,
anyone.
I think cars can be sexy, but
He
never
says-
that way.
He says, Edward, a 57.
Shut up, Cheri.
Erin's in love with Edward the fake vampire in the Twilight books.
Okay, and let me just tell you something.
Let me tell you.
clarify. I'm not in love. Okay, Robert Pattinson, the guy that plays him in the movie,
I just
is
don't
hot.
find him attractive.
He's hot.
You know
but
that
it's not-
picture that you just showed? I
looks
think
nice.
that's the most. That's
Okay, this
most
is the
attractive
thing. He's
I've
hot.
seen.
I actually feel sorry for him because that must be annoying to have people bugging you all the fucking time.
You know
he
it
must
is.
just
It
want to be like,
happens to
leave
me
me the
constantly.
fuck alone. Anyways, if he's
People
good looking,
busted
don't
down
get
my
me wrong.
cuticle. You're
I think
so hot.
I think he's nice looking. I think he's a good actor. I like him and everything. But that's not who I'm in love with. I'm in love with the actual character out of the Twilight book.
And her husband.
He's a fictional. Well, yeah, I love him. But so I'm trying to explain this to my husband. He's like, I don't understand, Erin. How can you be in love with somebody that isn't real? And I'm like, because you just can. Like, you can
like
be in love
Jesus.
with. Yes. Okay, that might be taken bad because some people really think Jesus walked around.
Jesus did walk around. Jesus was a real man.
Right. So at least he was real at one time.
He
Edward was never real.
Okay, let me rephrase that. Like God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let me just offend even more people.
Well, yeah. I mean, we already got it
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
So.
Okay.
I got tattoos. You're gay. We're pretty much fucked anyways. So go ahead.
This guy is 57-year-old Washington State native. First had sex with a car at 15. He says has never been attracted to people, male or female, and feels no need to change. He says, I'm not sick and I don't want to hurt anyone. Cars are just my preference. What's he going to do when they have electric cars? Because well...
Yeah, but there's other places you could stick it, like down the seat or something like that.
Oh, I suppose.
Throw a little lube up in there, it'd be fine.
Something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something that gives a little bit, I would think.
Because this picture has two dragons fucking a
the
dual
tailpipe.
exhaust tailpipes. Okay, now another example is this German woman whose last name is Berliner Mauer,
Of course it is.
which means Berlin Wall in German. She has, actually married the Berlin Wall in 1979. Mrs. Berliner Mauer says her fetish began in her childhood when she first fell in love with the structure after seeing it on television when she was 7. Over the years, she began collecting his pictures and saving up for visits. On her 6th visit in 1979, she tied the knot before a handful of guests.
Dude, who the fuck shows up to something like that?
But this is my
what did they register for? Go ahead. What's on their register? Seriously.
Spackle.
Fucking, I'll tell you what's on their register. Some Ambien and some antipsychotics.
My little
If I show up to a wedding like that, seriously, I'm going to bring some Seroquel and a freaking tranquilizer.
I'm just going to bring a bag of weed.
Man.
Dude,
yeah,
kiss the bride!
At that point, dude, that's true. Bring along your headphones and some pot, because...
So you get like an iron pole for the honeymoon.
That's just...
a flagpole.
Why are people
Wait,
so
but
nuts?
no, wait, hold on. So she,
They're registered in Target. What? Sorry.
she's got some wind chimes and shit. He got a piercing. On her 6th visit in 1979, she tied the knot before a handful of guests. Mrs. Berliner Mauer described her attraction by saying, "I find long, slim things with horizontal lines very sexy. The Great Wall of China is attractive, but he's too thick. My husband is sexier."
Okay, I find long... I don't want them that slim, but I find horizontal long things sexy too.
No. Long, slim things with horizontal lines, like bricks.
Oh, yeah, I don't want them to have horizontal lines. I bet
Yeah.
they got some kind of STD.
Sweetie,
Don't have sex with anything that has horizontal lines.
you need to go. So
Okay, so I can't... Let me just say something first.
And then I want to talk
start.
about the sneezing fetishes, and that's going to lead in right to the next thing I want to talk about, okay?
Okay.
So finish up.
So this is what I thought when I thought of fetishes. Like, okay, like you said, a little bit of latex, maybe,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little, maybe, honey, I'm going to tie you up with the pantyhose
Yeah, a
kind
little
of thing.
BDSM
Yeah,
type thing.
light,
Mhm.
slap a tickle, whatever.
Right.
Not like, I don't know. I guess it kind of disturbed me in human decency a little bit. I don't know why. It kind of
You know what disturbed me, and I don't know that from what I was reading, I don't know that like just BDSM is really considered fetishes necessarily. But I went, and if you have information on this, please feel free to share it, because I mean we do want to. I mean I want to be knowledgeable about it, and ultimately, like I was talking
if
to
it gets
TJ
you
about
off
it
and it
last
doesn't
night.
hurt anybody,
Right.
fine.
You know-
As long as it's not hurting anybody.
Right.
It's hurting
Well,
somebody
if it's
that's
hurting,
different.
if they hurt them and it doesn't, they don't want to be hurt.
Right.
You know, and that's what I was telling TJ last night. You know, because some of that stuff really did. Some of the images that I saw really disturbed me. You know, like I went to. I try to be very non-judgmental, but I'm telling you,
It's hard.
I've had some interesting. You know, I've had some pretty intense fantasies and some. You know, I've done some things
Never
that.
Wall of China.
No, but you know, never with the Wall of China, Great Wall of China. But I don't. You know, like you said, you know, if you're into it and you find somebody else that's into it, but I stumbled upon, not that it's hard to do on the internet, I stumbled upon some. It was called Extreme BDSM. There were. I'm not even gonna. I can't get the images out of my head.
It's like hardcore, like rape fantasy and shit like that.
Like things that they were inserting into these women.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, just looked inhumane, and secondly, I would imagine that some of those things could create huge infections
I'm sure.
and physical ailments. But to end on a lighter note, I think one of the I don't want to say stupid, but
It's stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Just say it.
There's
I'm being judgmental. It's stupid. If you have a sneezing fetish, you're a fucking idiot.
But wait, so I go to this forum. It's called Sneeze. Just Google Sneeze Fetish Forum, and they have all these different areas on the forum, and like they had a fan fiction section. So you know, I'm into fan fiction.
I
don't care. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So and I enjoy. See, I'm just gonna put it out there, and you can make fun of me as much as you want. I don't care.
They will.
So I enjoy Xena fan fiction.
I like making funny about that.
Some of the best authors.
Do you guys ever roleplay that? You and TJ?
Yeah.
Who's Xena? TJ.
TJ would be Xena. I'd be Gabrielle. Oh, Xena.
TJ's gonna fucking kill you. You better cut that out.
She makes fun of me too. It's okay. So anyway, so there was somebody had posted a Xena gigantic sneeze fetish.
What is okay? Just wait. Break it down for me. So, is it like you sneeze on me and all of a sudden I'm instantly wet? Like what's the turn on part?
Let me see. Okay. Well, I guess I didn't keep that part, but it had to do with with like the breeze that came from it, the cause of the sneeze. Just go to the website. They explain it pretty well in there.
Don't put yourself through that.
So anyway, so I'm reading this fan fiction. First of all, it was the most poorly written thing I'd probably ever.
Well, what did you expect?
They kept misspelling Xena. Zena. How tell me Zenna. They misspelled Gabrielle. It was the most stupid thing. Yeah. There wasn't even any sex in it. Which, what's the point?
The purpose.
So anyway, so this leads into the whole fan fiction thing, which I've managed to get 2 more converts to the.
Dude, I never I'm ashamed to admit that I love
Erin.
fan fiction. I'm obsessed.
Erin and the other convert who I will not name. Had to go buy ebook readers for the same reason that I bought an ebook reader, which is so that I could copy and paste things from the internet, put them into a Word document, and then convert them into the right format, so I can read it constantly. But we're not going to talk about all the times that we read because we're not going to talk about
yelled at. But let me just say, okay, so
and some of it's really fucking good, isn't it?
Yes.
They ridicule me to no end.
I am one of those nerds. Oh my god, I still get ridiculed by a couple of my cube mates. They're like, every time they see me reading my e-reader, they're like, dude, you're a nerd. But anyways, so this is ridiculous because my mom's a librarian. I've read 1 million books probably in my life, like great books. Tree Girls of Brooklyn, Gone with the Wind, great books. So then my mom gets me the Twilight book, right? And I'm like, I'm not reading some gay.
She reads all of the Harry Potter books, but won't read Twilight.
Okay, but just wait. So I think to myself, I'm not reading this because it's a YA book. Like, I'm not reading some YA book about vampires. It's ridiculous.
Young adult.
So, sorry, it was my mom's library lingo there.
It's the Dewey Decimal System.
The Dewey Decimals. My mom could tear you up on the Dewey Decimal. Don't mess with her. So anyways, so I read it on the way up north because I'm bored at Christmas time, and it's the time when you're stuck with your family, which was really, really a big treat. So I decided I'm going to read, and oh my god, I got so hooked I stayed up the whole night and read the first one. So yeah,
Stephanie Meyer running through town trying to find the second book. I can't find it.
I went to Walmart, which I know is bad. Cheri hates Walmart. Walmart's bad. They're horrible. But they're the only place open 24 hours. And I'll tell you, you know what? If Satan's like playhouse would have been open at that time. That's how obsessed I was. I drove to Walmart in an ice storm to get the second book. Okay, in an ice storm. Yeah, cars sliding all over. Nick totally pissed at me, but I got it. So, anyways, Stephanie Meyer, you're Mormon, but I'm mad at you. It's
maybe someday you'll get your own planet.
Maybe.
Oh no, wait, you're not a man.
I can't say too much because my kid's Mormon. So, but
not by his choice.
Excellent book. Like, oh my god,
it was okay.
Excellent. Shut up. Don't. That's like ripping on Brandy Carlisle. I don't go there and rip on your Xena crap. So
yes, you do. Asshole.
Anyways, it's not. It's just the book. So after I read them, I was so depressed. Like I was depressed. So Cheri introduced me to the world of fan fiction, and man, I don't care if people tease me about it. I love it.
Some of it is really good, and I want to talk about.
Some of those people should be authors.
Well, that's what I was going to say. And I've said this to several people who want to rip on me. A lot of people who write fan fiction are folks with an enormous amount of talent who have everyday jobs who
are lit majors, and I've got a couple of those.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They were lit majors, and they're just trying to try stuff out and see what people like.
Was that your stomach?
Yeah. One of my coworkers made us peanut butter balls today. Okay, so I got good grades. So
and Terry says, "There's always room for balls."
Yeah. You're never too full for balls. That's what she said. So this coworker, Cheri doesn't like the balls, but so anyways, she makes these peanut butter balls, and they're so good. They're like this
They were
heavily
good.
peanut butter inside with chocolate around them. But man, I ate too many. Big girl had too many balls. Now my tummy hurts. Man. Coffee, to like 3 cans of Coke, 2 cans of Red Bull, and about 8 of those peanut butter balls is all I ate today. Not a good thing. And some Corona, which is I'm sure is really going to top it off well.
Yeah, Chinese food too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't eat much of that because I was already feeling the effects.
And plus I
of
ate some of it.
Yeah, I was already feeling the peanut butter ball effect.
But what I was going to say is a lot of the women, a lot of the top lesbian authors right now started out writing Xena fan fiction. I've read a few different, they're called fandoms, right? So I started out reading, for basically the same reason that Erin started reading Twilight fiction, because I fell in love with the story of these 2 women on a British TV show. So I just started, searching around online and seeing what was out there, and I found these videos that people would make, and they were okay. And then I stumbled upon a website called it's Passion and Perfection. It's Ralst, RALST.com, and they have a slew of different fandoms.
And you can go to fanfiction.net.
And fanfiction.net.
Yeah,
and
they have a bunch of different kinds.
They have straight and gay.
Yep.
Ralst.
They have like
has
4,000 Twilight ones too.
Yeah, that's how Xena is on
those 2 are
those.
the highest. I think.
There are all kinds of different websites. There's the Academy of Bards for which is pretty much Xena or original stuff. But what I was saying is a lot of the most popular authors in lesbian fiction started out writing, particularly Xena fan fiction. Because it already had a huge lesbian following.
Why is that? I'm just questioning.
Why? Because Xena is totally butch, and it was always very, very implied that, it's called subtext, right?
Because she's kind of hot, but she's butch too.
And she's totally butch, and she kicks everybody's ass, and she doesn't take any shit. And she doesn't have a man. She doesn't need a man to. I mean, don't get me wrong. Throughout the different seasons, both her and Gabrielle had their little liaisons or what have you, but they're always together. They love each other. They save each other numerous times. Each of them have died several times throughout this, throughout the 6 years that the show was on, 6 or 7, something like that. I don't know. I haven't seen them all.
That.
But it was
kind of
always
like how the straight women love Edward.
Right. It's
because he's like a guy that would never happen. Because he's like.
Well, I think it's different for the whole Xena thing, just because they were always together, those 2, and there's so much fodder there, and a lot of so you have a lot of the major authors like Radcliffe, who now has her own publishing company, Bold Strokes Books, which is the only place I really buy anything from, because they have Tony Whitaker, who is in charge of all of their ebook stuff, and she rocks, and she makes sure that we have. That the customers have what they need for their ebook stuff. But anyway, it's good stuff.
So
some of it,
some of it's terrible.
Some of it is horrible.
You gotta find a good author and then look at the authors that are on their list. And
that's exactly right. And part of the fun of fan fiction is going through that crap to find the really good one, because it means something more, and it's free.
It doesn't cost anything.
It's free.
So books are
Ebooks are, you run between $6 and $20 a piece.
So yeah, and who has time to go to the library anymore nowadays? Sorry, Mom. I don't have time.
Nobody has time to read real books.
My mom won't even let me check out books at work, and she says I never take them back. She has to come to my house and dig around for them.
That's horrible.
Yeah, and the one lawn book my bulldog ate. So she goes,
You're banished.
She pulled it up. She's like, well, I guess Lulu read this one, so I'll have to pay for it. I'm like, sorry, Mom.
All right, well, I think we're done. So
I have no faith in humankind, and
why would you say? Because of the shit-eating fetishes? Oh, it's because she's
to eat poo. Like, it's just not okay. Vomit is not okay either, but for some reason that doesn't gross me out as much as the poo.
Is it because birds do it? The vomit.
At least the vomit used to be food at one time. No, at least vomit
used to be food at one time too. It's just one step. It's one step, or another step further in the digestive process.
Brown. It just smells.
It's brown. So is chocolate.
No, not the same. smells bad. So anyways, next one we're doing fashion emergencies. Yes, we are.
Only if I can't talk her out of it. Only if you can't save me.
No, because you know you want to hear about big girls in spandex and Cheri with a mullet, and you know you want to hear about it all because it's going to be hilarious. Because I got some good stuff on this.
All right.
Tapered pants. All right, see you later. Cheri had tons of tapered pants.
Whatever, dude. Shut up.
Almost as bad as me.
Erin says we're scary.
Is
it a little or is it very scary? Should we be wary?